In 2004, Gary Vanderslice was on the verge of a world's championship in professional cheese curdling when he suddenly disappeared without a trace. In the 16 years that have passed since he was last seen, no witnesses have come forward, nor have investigators discovered a single item of reliable evidence. The disappearance of Gary Vanderslice remains a complete and utter mystery.
My brother was a weird dude. I keep expecting him to jump out from behind some bushes and give me a titty twister, and then tell me a story about how he'd been abducted by nihilists and forced to disbelieve for a decade and a half, and then never speak of it again.
Larry owed a lot of people thoughts and prayers. I wouldn't be surprised if he got himself into some vibes he couldn't get out of.
The thing about Gary is that he always knew exactly what he was doing. If that guy wanted to just walk away from it all, I have no doubt he could just start it over, far away from the pressures of curdling. But no, man, no.
I think Gary knew just a little too much about the things he saw going on at the Dairy Association, and they just straight up put him out to pasture before he could do any damage.
We're talking about a guy who didn't care who he had to step on to get to the top. Gary had no shortage of enemies, but he never hurt anyone enough to kill him. At worst, I only ever wanted to elbow him and take him at half strength.
Gary was last seen in his workshop building a decorative hairdryer rack by neighbors around 7:15 p.m. the night that he disappeared, and no reliable accounts have tied him to any other location since. The last person to have any contact with him was Dr. Jace Struthers.
I didn't phone nothing.
If someone did do old Gary in, you can bet your ass Jack Collins had something to do with it.
Listen, it's no secret me and Gary didn't get along, but it's just cheese curdling. This ain't the Canadian Mafia.
Investigators vetted Jack exhaustively, but his alibi was spotless, and there was no evidence whatsoever to tie him to a kill-for-hire scheme.
My brother was curdling from the age of 9, and curdling competitively as soon as he became eligible at 16. It was his life. I wish he could have at least had the chance to take the championship belt before whatever happened.
Gary was in top shape. He was a sure thing for the belt. I don't know if he would have just walked away from that. I think some super freaky shit happened. You know, some shit. Like, you know, like skinwalkers or chupacabras.
With nothing to indicate the cause or motive of his sudden departure, investigators, family, and friends say it feels like he was just teleported to the moon.
Can I confirm?
I just want him to know, if somehow he sees this, that I love him very much, and will always be here waiting if he comes back.
Well, after Gary left, Hank and I went through, you know, the grieving process together. And faster than you can say pull out, we were in love. In fact, we got another little Hank Jr. on the way in 7 weeks.
I miss that son-of-a-bitch every goddamn day. I'd get everything I got just to see him one more time.
If you have any information that could help investigators solve the missing persons case of Gary Vanderslice, please contact the Oklahoma Dairy Association at www.okmilkinit.org.